It's first thing in the morning, at least to me, and I'm having my cup of coffee, so cheers. And I'll be a little gravelly, and coffee, and but I was looking at some of the comments on my charity versus healthcare, and I only have a few, not a hugely seen video, which is fine. But the comments I've been getting, a couple of them are agreeing with me, which, happy day. I like to be agreed with, as everybody does. But the people that are not agreeing with me are giving a lot of bullshit reasons, not thought through reasons, about why the evil state should not be taking care of this. The first one, I don't see why it's ironic. There's a big difference between giving willingly and being forced to give. You're right. Evils Devive? There is a difference between giving willingly and being forced to give. Except here, and I don't know where you're from, here 99% of the, I would say, Christian right are more than willing to give, or to be forced to give, to military spending. That's just a necessity of government. That protects the American way. We have to build bombs and kill some motherfuckers to make the United States the best country in the world. They're willing to give that. They're willing to be forced to contribute to that particular regime. But when anyone suggests that they are forced to, I don't know, heal someone, help the people in the world, help the people in their own country, and be a little bit less concerned with killing brown people in other countries, they're not for that. No, we can't. No doctors, no health care, no, we're not going to take care of any lazy people because they're fuckers and they're not human, they don't believe in God, or whatever their reason. They're willing to be forced to give for defense and are unwilling somehow, and it gets crossed in their heads that they're unwilling to give, to be forced to give. I don't even know, forced. You know, if you want to pack up your stuff, move to the middle of a jungle somewhere, and get away from society, that's fine, you do that, and don't pay taxes. Don't contribute to society. But the reason people get together in society is for mutual help, so you can help each other. Now, the whole forcing or taxation and the government bureaucracy and wastefulness, that doesn't just happen in government. That happens when people get together and some people get to the top. Doesn't matter what you call it. If you want to call it government, if you want to call it clergy, if you want to call it a board, I don't care what you call it. You get to the top, and there's going to be people that will try and skim and profit from it, as long as there's any kind of a monetary system. And yes, I'm a zeitgeister, so what are you going to do? So the whole idea that being forced is the issue is total bullshit. I disregard that. It is bullshit. Now, the other one, state control of healthcare is a terrifying prospect. Really? Think about that. What else is under state control that's terrifying to you? Construction? Road construction? Is that terrifying? That's under state control. The state takes your money and delegates another company or another group to build the roads. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I'll move on, because that's not even the point. In case of a person's life and quality quality of life depend on being able to get good health care, you're pretty much putting their life in the state's hands. Well, guess what? I don't have health care. I'm putting my health in what, nobody's hands. I can't afford health care. I don't make the average income of 50 to 120,000 a year, whatever that fucking ridiculous tax bracket is. So I don't know who you're talking about. How much do you make, and how do you afford your health care if you don't want the state scumbags to take care of it? But again, that's. I'm getting back to that. This is from Alastrian 83, by the way. Scumbag sociopaths who are drawn to power of the state are the last people who should ever have the power over life and death. Especially since much of the money injected into government programs tends to be gobbled away by overhead before what remains gets to where it's needed. Oh, really? What other groups of people that we trust have gobs of overhead? All of them? Even when you get to a church group or a charity fundraiser or a not-for-profit, there's huge holes. If you look at the Salvation Army, are you kidding me? Where does all that money go? Try tracking it and see how much gets to the end user. But that's not even the point. The point is, your people are suggesting that the government is an alien group of people. Who is the government? Who is the state? You and I are. I know there's the voting has been skewed since then, and there's corporate interests and corporate money, but we have let that occur. We have made our government, and now we're wallowing in our bullshit. Yay for us. So when you say they are corrupt, you're saying you are corrupt, because you are they. They're not from another planet. They don't come from another group of humanity. They are human. They used to live right next to you. There are, of course, the rich people that, are in their castles and they're disassociated from everything. But in general, they are people, and we shouldn't elect them. Just the fact that they're wealthy and are disconnected from the rest of society should be a check mark in the no, don't vote for them. But for some reason, we think, oh, they have money. I don't. We, as in general, we think they've got money, they must be successful and know what they're doing. No, they're fucking crooks. If they've got millions of dollars, don't vote for them. The corruption starts with us. Don't vote for the bastards in the first place. When votes come up for corporate power to have influence, vote no. When your representative votes yes on something like that, and then he gets a brand new house at some point, real soon after that, vote that bastard out of office. I'm not saying anything everyone doesn't already know. It's just for some reason, when you apply it to healthcare or any kind of a social group or a social program like the U.S. mail. Everybody's okay with that? That's not terrifying. U.S. mail. You get your mail, paid for it with your taxes. U.S. military. Oh, everybody in the U.S. loves their military. Guns, guns, guns. They're fine with that. But the disconnect is when you want to actually help someone. What the fuck, people?